Hi girls, and welcome back to the Cozy Corner. Today we are focused on what we always focus on, being real, being direct, being ourselves, and just being cozy. Hello. Thankfully, I'm finally back in my cozy corner. My chaotic brain was able to calm down and get it together. I love companionship. Who doesn't, right? Romantic or just platonic. Having a friend, having basically a ride or die, having someone to like is it a road dog? Having someone to just basically cause a scene with. Like there's nothing like getting into trouble with your girls. I like don't put me at a brunch table and call it bottomless. Things will get destroyed, okay? That's iconic. It's something I'm always gonna wanna do. It's always time for a sleepover, always, okay? I'm just that type of girl. Pero okay? However, there are so many benefits that I continue to discover about going out alone, traveling alone. And look, I understand that it feels weird. And maybe you think that people think you're weird or they think something is wrong. And like people do. Some people are nosy and they're thinking you think something or you're sad or whatever it is. And yes, that does happen. That's usually a secret to you. Most people aren't going to come up to you and just be like, "Hey, are you being weird? Are you like, do you have no friends?" But they might be thinking that. That is not my business. The con of constantly needing some sort of companion when I want to do something is the same as most people's. You have to be on the same timeline, the same energy, the same wavelength, literally the same schedule as someone. And as an adult, I can't do that all the time. Like, it's really difficult. I've been trying to get, me and a couple other girls are trying to get ourselves plus good weather that's comfortable enough for a walk, plus our dogs. That is way too many bitches trying to get a schedule to work, okay? And then the weather, you see the issue there? You can have good intentions for a fun night or a walk or whatever it is. Sometimes it doesn't work, and then if I rely on that, then my plan is ruined and I maybe got ready for nothing, right? Or bought the tickets and maybe I bought 2 or 3 or 4 total thinking people can come with me, and I'm asking around and guess what? Everyone's on vacation, or just people just don't want to go. It happens all the time, especially with concerts. I oftentimes buy concert tickets and I get 2 and they're free. I'm like, do you want to come with me? Like, we'll grab cocktails before, maybe some food, or just show up to the show. People are like, oh no, like, it's not my type of music. And I'm like, oh, I'm not trying to force anyone into anything. I'm really not. But I'm just like, damn, like, okay. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and a thumb. Okay. I'm clearly a loser. That happens to me sometimes, and it's happened enough to where I'm like, okay, well then I'm not waiting to do anything. But the funny thing is when I do that, sometimes people will be like, why didn't you invite me? And I'm like, girl, because, okay? That's one reason, because it's difficult to be on the same schedule all the time as the girlies, and that's okay. I think another reason I do like solo travel and solo outings is, so I went to a barbecue fest, and I've never really thought about this, but I don't necessarily think that people are focused on cuisine, really. Not saying I'm such a foodie, but I actually dream of barbecue all the time. I think I actually have a passion for it. I love it. I love it. It reminds me of the cousin of soul food. And if you love soul food or barbecue or whatever cuisine, please leave a comment below. Everyone's got a favorite cuisine, even if it's water. You know how the girls are these days. Let me know. But I just love barbecue. and I just want to try mac and cheese all the time, because I don't make mac and cheese at home ever, unless it's the holiday. I just don't do it because I want it to be good. And if I make it and don't put any effort, it's not going to be good. So I'd rather taste someone else's not that good, or someone else's really, really good, right? With that being said, I can't always get someone to do that. And so I was like, oh, I'm just not, it's the weekend. I don't have anything going. I also don't feel like drinking today. I just don't. Stomach was on flat. My digestive enzymes have been working. I'm looking snatched. I worked out. I did all of these things right. I just want to keep it that way. And it's not anyone else's thing. I am a social drinker, meaning it is difficult for me to say no when I'm around other people. People don't necessarily pressure me. I just go, yeah, I'm drinking. Yeah. Anytime I hear a plan, I'm like, I need to pregame. That's my own thing. So when I do things solo, I can focus more on what makes sense for me, okay? And I feel like that is like 2027's coming up. Start the clock for New Year's Eve right now. New Year's resolution for me, maybe for you, is know and do what you want to do exactly to a T, not sorta kinda, because people divert the plan. Before I jump into the third reason, I will say a realistic con about going out solo as a woman, okay? I don't understand why men feel the need or they have the audacity to approach me just because I am not physically standing next to or tied to, in their view, another man. Because as a girl, you know, if you are next to a guy, he can be a gay guy. It could be your dad, it could be your boss, it doesn't really matter. As long as there is a male, most men are not going to approach you, because when other men are around, they know the rules, right? They know how to act. I'm alone. This guy who is literally 200 pounds more than me walks up, and I have this fan going, this, like, you know, those electric fans. It's hot. And I'm just sitting there and like, duh, I look cute. But I just have my hat on, my sunglasses. I'm literally minding my business. And by the way, there are thousands and thousands of people around. It's women, men, children, everything. There's food everywhere. There's drinks everywhere. Minding my business though. I'm just standing there quietly. And he comes up, oh, hey, can I get some? Like, oh, she's gonna let me get some of her fan. And he just stands next to me, and I just literally go, and I do the electric slide, and I'm just like, and I smile, and I'm just like, no. And he's like, oh, come on. I was like, what? And I play dumb. I'm like, what? No. What? I can't. And he just walks away. Then he's like, I work at the barbecue stand. And I was like, okay, I'm in line. So I'm just waiting. And then I go up to the front of the line, or it's my turn. And he's like, I order my food. And he's like, I made the barbecue sauce. And I was like, amazing. Thank you so much. And I get pulled pork, so I'm pouring the sauce. And it's really loud. I can hear him. I just act like I can't, because it works every time. He's trying to say that I thought he was just a random guy. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. And I go, huh? And he's like, you thought I was a random guy. And I go, wait, what? And I was like, this sauce looks really good. Thank you so much. And he's just like, yeah, I think you thought. And I was like, wait, what? It's so loud. And he's like, no, it's okay. Never mind. Have a good day. And I was like, okay, thank you. Can I grab a napkin? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. Sir, you are a random man. Just because you work at the stall that I'm standing at with hundreds of other people doesn't mean you're not a random man to me. That's the stuff that gets on my last nerve, okay? If this has ever happened to you, drop a comment, okay? It's exhausting. Now, That, of course, can happen when I'm with another girlfriend of mine. Of course, that happens. But that's the only irritating part, in my view, about being alone, because men think that they can just approach you. And I either act like I can't speak English, it works, or I just act like I can't hear them. That also works. And I smile. Works every time. Those two ways to get them away from you. Now, the third reason that going out solo on either a date or just to grab drinks or grab appetizers or grab dinner or whatever it is that you want to do, or solo traveling to another country or just a weekend trip, the reason it is elite is because, yeah, we love our girls and we love our even family, whoever you could be traveling with, even a partner, amazing. But is it just me, or do people tend to impose their opinion about where you should be going when you planned the trip or the day out with your money and your time? Am I the only one? Seriously. Because every single time I plan something that I want to do, and I am kind enough to invite someone out, or maybe they are paying for it themselves, it doesn't really matter. Like my close friends, they never expect me to pay for things, or I just already do because I'm like, join me, let's go. Or it's not something that's paid, it's like, let's go grab drinks, right? But one too many times I get, oh, we should do this instead. And I'm like, I'm not doing that right now. I'm not doing that. If that's what I was doing, I would have texted you that plan to do that. That's not what I'm doing today. Let's do that when you want to invite me out. I'm not doing that. It drives me nuts. I hate to be a negative Nancy. I'm just being real right now. That pisses me off. Every single time I am mostly agreeable to, yep, let's go. Sure, yes. Ooh, and I'll go, oh, it's not really my thing, but do you want to go to the plan that your friend said? If you say yes, then shut your mouth and just go, because you don't have to go. That is not the time to be like, well, we should just do this. Why don't you invite her or him or them to that instead of trying to change the plan that you didn't come up with? I really just don't get it, and I don't think I ever will, and that's okay. That is why it's better to just venture out on my own. And also sometimes it's like, I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to leave. And in particular on like excursions and going out on outings, on vacation, I just, sometimes I don't have energy. So, you know, sometimes you're flying and then you get there and one person wants to be like Energizer Bunny and you just want to relax. Or I personally, I want to be by the beach a lot of the time. I am just a poolside, but mostly I just prefer like the Mediterranean. I want to swim in beautiful blue ocean with multicolor pebbles under my feet in warm. That's what I want to do. And then, like, you know, find my way to a nice beachside place slowly. I don't really want to always bungee jump and rock climb and hike. I hate hiking and waterfall. I don't want to do that. And that's okay. It's okay. That's okay. That's the point. When I'm traveling with other people, I'm more malleable because I have to be hello. But when I'm traveling solo, I just don't have to do that. I don't have to be on anyone's time. And I'm someone where it's like, I actually do kind of want to just hang out in the hotel sometimes and mind my business. And especially as young women, I don't want to entertain randos all of the time. And if you are on a trip where one or both of you, or however many, are single, ready to mingle, that becomes part of the plan. And it's not that I don't want to have fun and like meet people. I just don't want to do that all the time. I really don't. So it's a balancing act. It's a balancing act, really. Honestly, this morning I woke up and I was thinking, I'm glad that I do have the personality to be very forward with people and to explore and talk to people if I want. But ultimately, I could stay in right here with this little guy for 40 days and 40 nights, and I would not complain. And I also do believe that traveling solo or going out solo all of the time, whether it's even like the movies, it's a way to reassure yourself that if you have to be alone for whatever reason, whether it's because it's some choice that you've made, or you know how the whole landscape in the world is right now with the dating and all of that, if you do not stumble upon, through luck and connections or whatever, it reminds you that you know that song, what is it? I can buy myself flowers. You can literally go buy yourself your own flowers if you freaking want. You're gonna get the ones you actually like. If you want the steak, you can go buy the steak. If you want to do an omakase, go do it. Even if it's too expensive, guess what? Save up. Figure it out like you always do. Because we're all going to, get out of this alone. And you have to stand on your own 2 feet. That's what I'm learning as I'm doing certain things alone, whether I'm in a relationship or not, or with close friends or not. I do things alone. You are still your own human. That's what I keep telling myself. Reminder, I am my own person. I am my own son. There's this really beautiful song. I think it's called Kaleidoscope. And she says, soy mi propio sol. And I'm pretty sure it translates to I'm my own son. Exactly. You are your own son. You actually are. And trust and know and believe that I get it, that it's weird. It's just like weird to look around, and sometimes you might think, hey, I'm behind, or I was so close with this romantic thing, or why am I this age when everyone else got married out of college, or I was with someone forever and it didn't work out, but all of my hometown friends, they went on with their partners and they're happily ever after. I understand that. But regardless, even those women have to know and understand and trust and believe for themselves. You are your own son, and you can be your own friend. You can get yourself your own set of flowers, and you're probably going to pick out a better vase than someone else would. So let this be a gentle reminder that no, you don't always have to roll solo, and it's not really like, you don't have to do it to prove anything to anybody. And if you're uncomfortable, you can just stop the solo date and just go home. Or if you're traveling solo, of course, as long as you're safe, just go back home and change the flight. Go home. Or sorry, go back to the hotel. Go home. You have choices. And doing a solo date it shouldn't be, like sort of to spite other people. You can do it when you're in a relationship. You're allowed to do it if you have children, if you have a family, if you are besties for the resties, you're allowed to do that. Even if you're engaged, you're allowed to do things by yourself. It doesn't really matter where you are in your life. you can do things solo your entire life as long as you are able to do them and you have the means to do them. I highly suggest you do them. Be safe, be strategic, plot it out, and then just get out there, girl, because you can do it. You can do it. And when you start to feel weird, just take a deep breath and like look around and you'll realize, because I do this too, no one's looking at you. When you also realize that no one cares about you, it's humbling. You're like, no one cares about me. Like, no, it's freeing. No one cares, babe. Do the solo date, sit at the table. You don't have to sit at the bar if you don't want to. Sit at a table. I prefer tables. Bars hurt my legs. I don't know why. I don't have answers to that. Maybe I have poor circulation. I don't know. But the point is, today was a good day. Oh, it was amazing. There was a free concert. The music was Afrobeats, but more reggae. OMG, the day was fire. So I just wanted to share that. And thanks for watching. Leave a comment below if you prefer rolling solo or if you prefer the good old-fashioned group. Both are okay. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.